What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to Chamakh episode 10. Today we have an absolutely crazy game, crazy episode even. It was just insane. There's only 2 games in it because the second game was so good, possibly the best game of Ultimate Team I've played in a long while, and it mainly featured the beast that is Chamakh. But as you can see in this first game, we got up against this guy. He had a Real Madrid kit. I don't know exactly why it took me so long to ready up, but it did nonetheless. And he had an interesting team, not too much chemistry in terms of some of the players. He had a lot of players out of formation. His 2 strikers were left and right wingers, which was a weird one, but it was 0-0 at half time and it seemed like it was going to be a very boring game. I was kind of hoping for some action, and I didn't really get that until around just after kickoff really, and the ball eventually dropped onto the head of Marwan Chamakh, and of course he is going to put it in the back of the net and make it 1-0 and get his first goal of the episode, and that puts him now on 49 goals in 32 games, which so far is a fantastic record. And then literally just before full time he started to bring out his goalie, and I was obviously going to trampy cross it across to Chamakh and get his 50th goal so far, and we're halfway through. At this rate, it will take us 66 games to get to the promised land of 100 Chamakh goals. Now, I've had a few questions of people not actually knowing what this series is, so in case you have missed out or you missed the start, I would recommend going back to the start, and it is basically having to score 100 goals with Chamakh in as few games as possible, and of course we came up with the fancy name Chamakh. But I went into this game and it was really frustrating. I hit the post 5 times throughout the duration of the game. I had 2 sending offs, yet you will see what happened here. I actually got a penalty, which I'm going to just spoil it now. I missed the penalty. I had a couple other unfortunate things, so I was 1-0 down at this point. I missed this penalty and it looked like it was going to be an absolute disaster. So as you can see there, I went basically down the middle, slightly to the right, and I missed it. But I had to go and quickly do something here. That's why I paused it. So my controller was down, it was still down, and as you can see here, he managed to take the ball off me. I was disappointed it didn't go to half time, to be honest with you, and he managed to get another goal, and I still wasn't even back at that point, and that made it 2-0 to him. And by the time I got back, it was half time, and it didn't seem like anything was going to go my way from then on, even though I dominated him, and he hadn't really had too much of the game. And yeah, he now had a 2-0 lead, but it got even worse in the second half as some shocking defending just somehow managed to leave him through on goal literally seconds after kickoff, and he managed to make it 3-0, and I was so worried. He was absolutely looking like he was going to dominate me, but then it took until the 66th minute where the ball dropped nicely to, I believe that's Javinho, who then passed it out to Chamakh, who managed to just sneak the ball under the goalkeeper to make it 51 goals and 3-1 in this match. And it then came to the 90th minute, and I slid in with Gambarini to try and get the ball with desperation. You can't really see it too well because of the template, but that then meant that I was down to 10 men, and it wasn't looking good. But a couple of minutes later, 86th minute, I got a free kick with Chamakh, and he scored it. How did that? I scored a free kick with Chamakh, not going to complain. And then on the 90th minute, this guy was through on goal, and I was thinking, oh dear, it's all over now. I don't really know what he did. He kicked it out for a throw-in. And I thought, oh yes, it is on. It is on a super fast mode here. We go down the other end of the pitch and we find Chamakh dummying the player and giving himself a break on the 90th minute. Could he replicate the amazing feat that he did at Reading? And of course he can. Just as a word of warning, I'm going to be using that clip from Reading very, very frequently. I still just can't really get over it. But that now made it 3-0 in the 90th minute and brought us straight back into the game. And we just kept going. Just before half-time, in extra time, we were both on ultra attacking. That meant he had no one back and I had loads of players forward, and it dropped perfectly for Chamakh, who, when he tried to finesse it in, Lucio slid in, and it sort of just like bounced over the goalie, and that made it 4-3, and I was getting excited. I thought we were going to absolutely smash him. We then went up the other end after the second half even, and got a 5th. That made it 5-3. I was looking like Reading all over again, but he did actually start his little comeback. A terrible decision by me here. Basically just gave him an easy goal that he could just tap into the back of the net, and I was annoyed myself, and I thought I was going to concede again, and I actually messed up massively and gave him a penalty. As you can see here, he gets himself through on goal, and I managed to kind of get back, but I thought I got the ball, but the ref said it was a penalty, so we have to go with the ref's decision, obviously, because it's a game. And yeah, I got my player sent off. That was 2 players off now. He took his penalty and I saved it, and I thought, yes, went absolutely mental. Cleared it straight to his feet. Bear in mind, I've got no centre backs. Tramped it, goal. 120th minute. That then made it 5-5. So we went to penalties, and he missed his first one. He'd missed a penalty already, and I was looking forward to it because the game was so laggy. I'm not sure if you can tell from the gameplay now. It was one of the laggiest games I've played on FIFA, which made penalties even harder. It was lagging all over the place, and that just made the actual game itself harder as well. But I actually had a 2-1 advantage at this point in the penalty shootout, and it was looking good. I didn't notice this until towards the end, but he took every single penalty towards the left, no matter what, which was weird. And I actually missed this one. I wanted it to go further to the right, and he actually managed to save it, and that then gave him an opportunity to get level, and he then missed that. That was his chance to take the lead even, and he missed it, and then I scored my one. And then he had to get this one to stay in the game. And after going left for every single one, I assumed he was gonna, so I went left and outfoxed him and got myself the win. An absolutely incredible game. One of the best episodes of Chamakh It In. So for that, if you could leave a like, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If we get to 350 likes, that'd be great. And I will see you next time. Bye.